Simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. So we got man.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. And this is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship, both as run Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. This is Scarborough. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Completes it to Fitzgerald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. is going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, for these 2 franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 52, 60 yards. 52, come on. Hey, it's our time.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Scarborough. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run. This is Scarborough. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Kill. Watch safety green.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Here we go. This is Pittsburgh. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Where'd he go? I'm coming after you.
Murray with a 3rd and long.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray sets to throw on 4th, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16.
25, check 25. Omaha, ready, move. Watch the safety green. Out. 22.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Get that ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Zero. Tighten up, tighten up. Shift, shift. Shift, shift. Hey, 15.
On second down now, Swift. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Bang, 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 bang. 21. Kill, kill, kill.
Stafford on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 36, Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 59. He's checking. He's checking. Crash, crash. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Double up. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Double right. You got Ocean right there. Hey, Mike 50. Big 20. I got you, pop. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Zebra. Watch twist. Watch twist. 6 guys. Check, six. On
2nd and 9. Stafford, and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 48's the mic. Middle, middle, middle. Check 26, check 26. Check, 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 59.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Cardinals 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Stay 50, stay 50. Show it up, show it up. Joker, Joker. Hey, fly low.
Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Alert!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
It's going to be a long day. Slam. Hey, 22. Zero. No. Double right.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
40 got. White. Rush in. 32. He's coming.
Now again, right side. Swift. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 49. Slam. Hey, switch gears. Hey, watch it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We play some win. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Bo Scarborough, 75 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Detroit.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Monday. SOS. Like Trevin. SOS.
To throw is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Past the 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Hatchet. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check. Lucky. 53. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
10. Go. Check 31.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey. Hey, 22. Check 99. Check 37.
Here's Stafford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 9. Go.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
That's good. Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Drake, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They try again with Scarborough. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And
he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shift, shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gonzalez picks this one through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
22. Check out 3. Check. Alert. Back.
Stafford now to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Set. 250. Don't get nervous. Hey, 50. Dudes. Watch twitch. Watch. And middle. He's checking. Crash.
Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
You gonna see me in your real right, 22. He's coming to the left. 59. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check nickel.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Come on, fellas.
Take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's Scarborough again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw of overtime from Merritt. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Let's get this, get this. Check 3, check 3.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the Carpet corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
3 bucks. Check 20. Wide, get wide. Zebra. Check 3.
On 1st down, Swift. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 1 yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Stay 50, stay 50. No. Twist. Hey, 5-0.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The punt team now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Now that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Cardinals win